Yo, yo, yo. Let's talk sports, y'all. I'm your man, AK the Apostle. Let's get right into it, y'all. So this week, you got one of the greatest storylines that you could possibly have when you look at this matchup, especially with the quarterbacks. You got Brock Purdy, who was the seventh round last pick of the draft in his second year playing in the Super Bowl. All he's done in his year and a half of playing as a starter is win every game but four, and he's been into a championship game, and now he's starting in the Super Bowl. All he has to do, and he's playing for one of the most historical teams in the history of the league. If they was to win this game, Brock Purdy will give the 49ers their first Super Bowl in 29 years and give them that magical number 6, tying them with Pittsburgh and New England. That's what he has on him, and you did that with a 7th round draft pick, last pick of the draft. He will already have a 30 for 30 already made if he pulls this off. You know what I mean? He probably had nothing to do for the rest of his career. So Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft, he was drafted to be the third stringer, and now he's playing in the Super Bowl. That alone, and again, the 49ers being one of the most historical teams in the history of the league, that alone makes his story unbelievable if he was to pull it off. Then you got the guy on the other side, Patrick Mahomes, who's only been starting for 6 years. And in 6 years, he's won the 6 championship games and 4 Super Bowls. If he was to win the Super Bowl with this team, each and every year since he's been in the league, his team has got worse. Each and every year, he's lost talent on either side of the ball. He's lost Pro Bowlers and talented people. You can just name it. It started with Kareem Hunt. Then he lost Tyreek Hill. They lost all those guys that was on defense previous, the Tom Ali's and the Justin Houstons and the Eric Bergs. All of them was gone. Then last year he went to the Super Bowl with his number 1 being Juju Smith-Schuster. This year his number 1 is Valdez Scandal and a rookie named Rice. He's doing it. He's doing it with the least amount of talent. Everybody else you can name in the MVP race or that you will say that was even up in that echelon, they all had way more talent. And yet he's still in the Super Bowl. His team led the league in drops. I don't know if they did that. That might be an NFL record. I never seen a team lead the league in drops and still end up in the Super Bowl. That's what Patrick Mahomes has. So if Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl with this roster and last year's roster, if he wins it with this roster and winning the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in 6 years, yeah, we're looking at something different. You're looking at something different. This one win will put him past a whole lot of quarterbacks in the greatest debate. We know Tom is still there. Nobody's trying to put him past Tom, but that might be the only person he's looking at if this continues. Unless we already know before his career is over, he'll win another league MVP. He'll definitely win another league MVP, but this will put him with 3 Super Bowls, two league MVPs, and 3 Super Bowl MVPs in 6 years. One of the greatest runs you ever seen in any sport. So that's what's going on right there. Kyle Shanahan, yes, he's got to get over the hump. With this roster, yeah, you went through a lot. You went through multiple quarterbacks. You went through a lot. But if he don't win this one with this roster, with a roster that they went all in on, yeah, as much as you want to defend Kyle and much we love Kyle, it's going to be a bad look. It's going to be a bad look if he don't win this one. Andy Reid, he just continues. He'll just add on to his list of accomplishments with 3 Super Bowls, and he'll start looking at him with the upper echelon coaches of the greatest that ever did it. Not the greatest, but one of them. And that's it for that storyline of the 49ers and the Chiefs. But yes, Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes already have magical stories. They might need to do a 30 for 30 about this Super Bowl, just this Super Bowl, but they both will do a 30 for 30 just on their careers. And Patrick Mahomes will be on countless specials.